23rd, 2022, firefighters and police officers were called to a suburban home after neighbors reported seeing thick smoke pouring from the windows. When emergency responders entered the residence, they were met with a horrifying sight: an 8-year-old girl and a 10-year-old boy, both found unresponsive on the floor. There was no trace of the parents anywhere. Watch now as investigators piece together the events that led to this chilling discovery.
Oh, really? Hey! Hey! I need a medic! Medic! Now! Now! They need a medic! 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 Now! Get off the fucking hydrant! Kid isn't down.
No, I mean, it doesn't seem like anything's going on.
There's a kid.
There's a kid in the med unit?
Yeah. Probably like 8 or 9.
Also just said there was a younger kid in the med unit, like 8 or 9. Right now, I don't know if they're transported right now or not.
Because
there's more people inside.
They don't know.
But nobody knows if there's more people inside or anything yet.
Now. That's so good.
Okay. Yep. He said, find someone, see what we need to do.
Yeah.
And then tell them that Sergeant.
Well, I'm not opening. I'm gonna talk.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say we should probably.
Side down.
I'm just gonna keep an eye on these people over here and these people. Anything?
He says he doesn't really know exactly. There's supposed to be 3 to 4 kids that live here. They've only found one.
Oh shit! All right. Fuck, man, this smoke is heavy too. He wasn't burnt?
No, it's
The smoke inhalation. Yeah.
It didn't. No.
Yeah. I'm gonna back the car up a little bit. Whoa.
At first, it felt like a mystery, but the pieces just didn't fit. What seemed like a promising lead vanished without explanation. In moments like these, safety becomes the only priority, even when nothing makes sense. The absence of the parents raised more questions than answers, turning confusion into quiet heartbreak. This wasn't just a strange situation, it was a deeply troubling one. As investigators worked tirelessly to understand what happened, the real story slowly began to emerge, a story marked by urgency, concern, and a desperate search for the truth.
Officers were eventually able to contact the children's mother, who was at work at the time. She arrived at the scene 20 minutes later.
Can you start the 56 and car 9 at 255 East Cuyahoga Falls Avenue? Okay, copy. I'll put you on a call.
It's just the 2 children. We're at the hospital. How many of your children were home? Two children were home, huh? Just 2? How old are they?
87. 87.
We'll get you down there soon.
Thanks,
We'll get you down to the hospital. Ma'am, how old are your children? Ma'am,
We need to know how old the children. Are there other kids with it?
We'll find that out. If need be, if someone takes it out, I'll bring it to you.
Let's figure out how old the kids are.
Meanwhile, officers were working to determine exactly what had happened, a task made even more difficult by the strange behavior they began to notice. The situation was already tense, but something about the mother's reaction didn't sit right. Around 20 minutes after the discovery, she finally arrived at the scene. There were no tears, no visible shock, and barely any emotion on her face. It was unsettling. Her expressions felt forced, almost as if she were performing sadness rather than experiencing it. At one point, she seemed to cry, but only when the cameras were rolling. It was hard not to wonder, was she truly grieving, or was this all just an act?
It's okay, come on. Come on, stand up here.
56. 56, go ahead. Right now, is anyone with the victim, well...
We're going to put you on the cot, we're going to take you down.
Car 4,
Right here. Chief, you
What
want the cot?
What are they in? 6 today? Mason? It's the white one on the cot.
You're 56. Be advised, there's no supervisor currently available.
We're going to put her on. Okay. All right, ma'am, do you want to take a seat over here on the cot?
We're going to take you down.
Be safe. Come on. We will. We're going to. That's how they're going to do it. You're not supposed to drive right now. She's driving, so somebody needs to make sure we're handling it now. She's not.
Here's this. Is your phone in there? Or is it in the car?
How many children were in there? 2. How old were they?
Where's my phone?
Ma'am,
I don't have my phone.
we need to know how old the children were.
I'll get your phone.
in your car?
I'll get your phone. Talk to
It's
him,
in
okay?
a white car.
Okay, talk to him. I'll get your phone.
I sent him down there.
I'm going to bring the car up.
Copy.
Take them out. It's been a while.
Ma'am, how many children do you have?
Just the 2? 8 and 10.
There's no other kids that weren't here? No other kids that weren't here?
Yeah, I'm gonna have
That's the case. We'll just make it the car
Is it my phone?
We're bringing it up right now.
How's she gonna get down to the hospital? That's really where she needs to go.
I have no. They were saying they were going to bring her down in the car. We were going to park the car.
Well, I don't know. She doesn't need to necessarily go to the city of Denver. She needs to go where
Well,
the
to the
kids are.
children's, yeah. People will be able to tell you more.
What's that?
Your arson guy will be able to tell you more. Thank you, brother. Okay. I'll take the keys. She's not going to have you back.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. She doesn't want to go to the hospital?
She will be. Because I think his sister's coming here. Med wagon probably.
Hey, we're just gonna go ask the chief if he wants us to just take her down the kids.
You want the phone?
I bet that's probably what
I think
happened.
that's where he
Ma'am,
wants
is there
to
anybody
go.
you'd like us to call?
We're
She
obviously
needs
not
to
going to
go.
let her drive.
Is there anybody you want us to call, ma'am?
The way she pretended to cry was almost painful to watch. Exaggerated, forced, and completely detached from the reality of what had happened. It was clear to many that this entire tragedy could have been prevented, and at the center of it all was her. Nothing about her reaction felt genuine. Instead, it seemed like a performance, carefully crafted to draw sympathy and maybe even financial support. Her screams were loud and dramatic, but lacked real emotion, just noise without meaning. It felt fake, manipulative, and deeply unsettling.
I don't know if you guys have one or two to ride in the back with us. I'm sure that's going to be what the game plan is. If not, maybe we can transport.
We're going to get you on the way to Children's Hospital. If you get up on that cot, they're going to take you right over, okay? Let's help you up onto this cot. Get you over. We're going to get you to
Any county area 1027 Yale and 10th District for the 10th.
Do you want to go down, Jason, or are you guys in?
That's four.
Sarge.
We can get out of here if you want.
You just want to follow down. You guys want someone to ride with? I'm going to drive her car down following. We can probably arrange for somebody to do what you guys want.
If we need it.
Okay.
All right. Very well.
When it comes to family, priorities should be clear, but sometimes people are just figuring things out as they go. Still, this woman's over-the-top reaction didn't feel like genuine grief for her children. Instead, it came across as a way to avoid difficult questions. She had taken the kids out of school and left them home alone while she went to work, a decision that raised serious concerns. Some even questioned whether the tragedy had been preventable, or worse, intentionally allowed to happen. Those poor children didn't deserve what happened. At the hospital, the mother was informed that both of her children had died from their injuries. Investigators later discovered that she had locked them inside the house for over 9 hours while she was away. The fire had started in the living room due to an overloaded power strip, which had several devices plugged in at once. Both children had severe disabilities and were unable to escape. Tragically, they lost their lives. Initially, the mother was charged with 2 counts of reckless homicide and child endangerment. However, the homicide charges were later dropped. She pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter and child endangerment, ultimately receiving a 6 to 9 year prison sentence. If you found this video compelling, be sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments. The best comment gets pinned. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and family so they don't miss out on stories that matter.